looking at? We're looking at Fun Talented Imperial Stout. This is an Imperial Stout with peanut butter and raspberry. I mean, sounds good. This is from Oliphant Brewing, and it weighs in at 10%. It's a stout, right, Steve? Got beer jizz on my hand. And it comes in a really big can, and there's 3 more. I'm always frightened when I buy them in larger quantities than one, because the ones are the ones that always seem to be really good. And getting peanut butter and a little bit of that Cheers. You know, I'm not really sure. Well, here's the thing. Peanut butter and raspberry, they go together great when they're smeared across bread. I don't know if this has to burn in or what, but there's almost a baker's like chocolate thing going on, and if you've ever were a kid and you were going through the kitchen and you found chocolate in your mother's baking cabinet and went, yeah, it's like a candy bar. Ooh. Yeah, it has a real fair, dry, almost bitter thing going on. But we're not here for a brew review. We're here to read comments and talk politics. Burn a candle from Celicia. Let's see, missing out on the last one was Cobra saying Velocicoaster time. Put up a video on that. Matt Davis, two-hearted beer to the sunny slopes of long ago time. Now, Flask 125 Old Forester 100 proof. First in is Ben N. Back in the game. Poco Loco says Cookie Monster's real name is Sid. And Ben N says, sounds right. Smile Money says, first, my second. Then he says, both at 10 seconds, but the photo finish goes to Ben N. Ben says, congratulations on the hard-fought race. Smile Money says, they'll be talking about this one long after the beer is gone. And I have been having an allergy attack all day, and of course it doesn't help that I've been doing landscaping. Beautiful, may I point out. With the exception that it's just one of those days. So Smile Money, I'll take all the funny shit you want to throw in the comments, or anybody else for all that matter. Yeah, I ran over to the landscaping center. I'll just leave it at that. And that's where we bring all of our trash. Well, we've been paying them large sums of money to take dirt. And then after that, I needed to pick up some nice black topsoil to spread out before we lay sod out. And I picked up 4 yards, and I was roughly half a mile away from the place when the big dump truck, big old beastie, just stopped, coasted to a stop, and really pissed me off as I had already ordered lunch, and then I had to call and cancel my order because I had no idea where I was going to be by the time it was done. That's okay. That's what happens when you have people that don't want to do proper maintenance, but, you know, who am I to say anything at all? Gunwild says third, bitches. Clyde says E7 fourth, whiskey and revolution for all. E7 is a miss. I'm just kidding. E7 is a hit, and that one is sunk. So here's the funny thing. The most likely to get hit, because it's the biggest ship, the carrier, has not been hit yet. So, just doing this. Clyde with his second victory, taking out the battleship. So Cobra's got 1, Clyde has 2, and Chartier from across the pond has 1. And whiskey. Oh, God, apologize. Let's see, can't use this one, right? Yeah, there's an E in that one. I haven't had a chance to try that yet. But I'm all game for a little bit more of the Royal Brakla 16 year from Jules. Have me a little baked apple pie. Scotch. And I think I'm gonna give it a little dabble right there. I just love it when you feel like you're wearing one of the alien aliens attached to your face. Ugh. Clyde, congratulations. Brad, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, Brad. It's going to be a good show. EMT Rail Fan, 6th. Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Clyde, King William, what would that be? Is that the 6th, 7th, 8th, 29th? Fathered 12 illegitimate children, appointed a prime minister against the will of Parliament, and helped establish slavery in the British Empire. But for whiskey lovers, his place in history is secured by granting the first royal warrant to the Scottish distillery in 1835. This honor allowed Captain William Fraser to prefix royal to the Brakla distillery name, and read more. And he further capitalized the distinction by calling his product the King's Only Whiskey. Oh. Isn't that special? And amazingly, I can still smell this. It's just that my sinuses won't stop running today. Picked a bad day to stop Coke. Salty, and you know the rest. Naked like a bitch. Mike, cheers. Thank you, Mike. Harold, thanks for the notification, Screw Tube. You really suck. Harold again? Oh, look, it's Eric Drago. Poco Local. Good God, the brew babe is dynamite. Sadly, like all broads, someone somewhere is sick of her crap. And Satriani Mike, has 3 laughing and crying faces. But that is true. It is a true story. Poco Loco, what? We can't pick on Matt? Who said that? Then Scourge, you should have had Pete put a bottle opener on your holsters. He still got it wrong in the video. I flat out told him that the RPD was for Christine, and I was going to take the other one, but if I could find an RPD, I was going to I was going to try Christine's and see if I like it or not, and then decide if that's something that I would consider, an optics ready gun. Well, not optics ready, an optic gun as a carry gun. Because as of right now, I've never carried anything that I have that is optics. Sorry. It'd sure be nice to breathe. Yet, the scotch still smelled good. Must be the COVID. Because everything is the COVID. Oh, and I got the JP. Got the JP out today. I just, something else that I need to get out and get a little trigger time behind. And then, I was going to review a stout, and I figured Mule might be here. So I figured I would have something friendly to Mule. And then I was thinking of Joey and thought of this. Pretty nice, huh, Joey? Wait, there's more, Joey. Maybe the two of you can you be buddies? There. They're touching tips, Joey. Joey, they're touching tips. Salty, I had to fly to Pittsburgh for work, and the dumbest thing I heard the flight attendant say was that we had to maintain social distancing as we exited the plane. You mean that will cancel out the 2 hours that I sat 2 inches away from the person in the next seat? The stupid was strong with that one. J-Dog, here at home, because it was a Tuesday. Didn't Scourge Infinity Skull, even though you keep dodging, you always seem to like it more every time you try it. See, I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about. The one that I don't have, the one that's in there, or the actual one. I'm not dodging it. Hey, how about those twins? Well, I can't possibly drink it now because it's not acclimated. And I still have to figure out what 124 was. Because because I didn't write it down, of course. But I got more flasks ready to go to NIHAP. What do I do with the other ones? I have no idea. Oh, wait a second. What's this one? What is that one? Why did I put that one in a spot all to itself? Let's look. That's flask number 119. 119. 119 was bootlegger bourbon, and I gave it a 5. Wow. Didn't discourage, you got some great ideas. Like getting lit and then playing video games. I'm not saying that they're somewhat entertaining to watch, but see, I don't know shit about the video games. The last video game, other than some shit with Sam, and that was I don't even remember. I got to actually shoot the Dragonoff before I owned the Dragonoff. It's bad. It's just so badass. You know, I just wish I got to take the cool factor down a notch when I shoot it, because I have to take that rubber boot off of there. You can't. If evidently everybody that shot that rifle, all the snipers in Russia, they must not have had glasses, because it is. I wouldn't say it's impossible to shoot it with a pair of glasses on. I will say it's impossible to enjoy yourself and have a good time. You know, because you know your glasses are being pushed back against your face, even though you know there's some give there, and then of course you end up with you know the rubber boot leaving some kind of a mark on your glasses. So and evidently I was just too stupid or stubborn to just take the goddamn boot off when I was shooting it last time. But yeah, next time I go out, I think I'll just leave it at home, so that there isn't even a wanting to keep it authentic and all. But that one I do need a little personal time, and I need to bring. I'd prefer to run some of the surplus. Now, given I was a nice guy, and this was all before the world turned upside down, I had a couple spam cans of surplus, and I did a solid and sent a whole bunch of it to Travis. Not saying that I have any. I have some regrets. I mean, it's not Travis. You know, I love Travis like a brother. And Travis didn't delete me off of Facebook or anything like that, because he's cool. And so I gave a whole bunch of something like 440 rounds or something like that to Travis, and now I kind of wish I wouldn't have. Travis, I still love you, but my Mosin, for whatever reason, does not particularly care for surplus. Like, if you shoot surplus through it, you think something has seriously gone wrong with the gun, and then you switch back over to the stuff my brother-in-law loads for me, Mike, and again, it's pretty impressive to watch. Somebody, I mean, granted, it was only 100 yards, but, Johnny Watson shot it 3 times and made one hole. And I tried my best to convince him that he sucks and that he actually hit the paper 1 time and then completely whiffed and missed the next 2. And upon scrutinizing it, we realized that he was right and I was wrong. So, didn't Scourge, thanks for asking me to do an infinity shot. My money. I think you got my message. Yes. Yes, call it the high road. Just do not say things on video that could be used against you in the court of law. Matt is another story. I am not sure he ever knows what he says after a couple of drinks. Mike, as in Satriani, says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Yeah, that's gonna need a few days to hang. It's not bad. There are two sources for de-Googled phones. You can get them from Brax.me or eBay. Search for de-Googled. Was it Kylix OS, Lineage OS, or Graphene OS? I prefer the Kylix OS, but it's only ported for Pixel phones. You can de-Google your own phone if the OEM is unlocked and you are somewhat technical. Well, both of my notes are de-Google. Yeah, if you got my clue, it's a particular person that I would like to get a de-Googled phone. So that's where that would come from. And then the one that I have, I would like to forward it on to somebody that would actually be able to use it. It's pissing me off. Ever get to the point where you just want to like do that and just let it fill on its own? Ever gotten so pissed that your nose won't stop running that you just stand over the sink and be mad? Just kidding. The problem is exactly what is happening at this very moment in time, and which doesn't really make any sense. So I shouldn't have to do this. If it's a problem with T-Mobile, I should just say "F you, T-Mobile" and walk away from them. Maybe try Spectrum or something. You know, Christine's happy with hers, but like Nihap said, Christine doesn't, utilize her phone down here in the basement. Now, I have had phone calls. I've had phone calls more than successful with the de-Googled phone down here in the basement. Now, I do notice from the little indicator that it's actually only... There we go. Still not focusing. Now it picked up. And now when I turn it back around, it goes back down to 1. That's funny. I guess it's only when it's over by the frickin' camera. So I'm only showing 1 bar down here, and I have not had a problem making a phone call. And the de-Googled phone here is on Verizon. I mean, it's not going to last forever. It's a prepaid SIM that's in here. But like right now, when I get home, I transfer, I call forward my notes, my primary phone number, to this one, because this one works. And yesterday I was talking to Travis on my note, and after losing Travis for the 4th time, he texted me and just said, I will talk to you later. And then I went upstairs and I grabbed the de-Googled phone, and I fired it up and I called him back, and I talked to him for like another 45 minutes and never lost the effing call. So, yeah, so I don't know. Poco Loco, I do know that if you want to trade that Huber brake for this one, I can't do anything about that until I establish that I have a working phone, because as of right now, as pathetic as this one has been for making phone calls, it works better than anything else that I've used for everything else. I like the notes, and I really had planned on upgrading to the Note 10, but it got such lousy reviews that I decided to take a pass on it. That's why I became very interested in the One Plus, or Plus One, whatever way it is, I never remember, in the 9 Pro, because it finally adapted over to wireless charging. And I know, because I had this conversation with Travis, he's like, to me, he goes, my phone is a wireless charging phone, it's an iPhone, and he says, I don't use it, but I understand everyone's got their thing, and I told him, for me, it's a deal breaker, because I have a wireless cradle, and it sits on it as a bedside stand, and it's my alarm clock, and it charges, and when I used the Moto, I can't put it in the cradle. I know. Everybody's got their quirks. I'm sorry, but it needs to be an internet phone. Whatever. I just fucking starting to give up on technology because I'm starting to think it's this area. Gunwild. That's wishful thinking about the Democrat will actually use truth, facts, and logic to make their decisions. You know, they run entirely on emotions. Well, yes, they are. And yes, they do. Zeus picked up the TP9 SFX today. Can't wait to smile money it. Yeah. I can't wait to hear about it. Gunwild, it's Taco Tuesday, not Ta-da Tuesday, like John Soler is trying to change it to. Someone needs to slap that man. Harold says, yes, it's Taco Tuesday. Pink taco. David says, when you're over 60 years old, every day you wake up, it's Ta-da day. Fuck tacos. They taste like Joey's breath. Gunwild says to David, I wouldn't know about Joey's breath. I try not to get that close to him. Gunwild. So I went to the doctor today for my annual checkup and have a little pneumonia in my lungs, or whatever, in my lungs. Kind of typical for an ex-smoker. The doctor puts in my permanent record that I have suspected COVID, and immediately takes a chest x-ray, shoves cotton wads up my nose, swabs up my nose. How much do you want to bet that the test comes back positive so that the doctor will get some kind of a kickback from the diagnosis? It pisses me off that she immediately thinks the worst, even when I explain to her that a member of the household is sick with the flu right now, and I may have a little touch of what they have. I'm considering filing a complaint. Harmar says, hope you test negative, but you're probably going to test positive for COVID. Well, I was in the hospital last month. I think they tested 6 times for COVID of warnings over the public address system. I went, I thought one nurse was trying to swab my brain. She stuck the swab so far. Wade says most of the cotton swabs are made in China, so it's guaranteed to be positive. Now, what Wade is saying, I watched, probably got it from Wade. If I didn't get it from Wade, Wade would have been in the same circle of people. But there's a nurse, and she had 2 different tests, both from China. Both of these swabs, without being put in anybody's body, tested positive for COVID. Like, out of rip, test it. COVID. So, don't tell me that these numbers are accurate when the tests are showing positive and they haven't fucking been in anybody's body. Oh, God damn it. Continue on the sub-comments. Gunwale back to Wade. Even when they didn't have the sample on them, then to Harmarsh, they acted as though I had the Black Plague. Shark. Sorry, JP reporting in for the Shark Z06 channel. I am a bourbon guy. Yes, you are. Then he says it's glean, hiccup, burp. Then he says, see, when it's 50% in Kentucky, that officially makes it bonded. Then he says, that's what I call putting a number on it. Laugh out loud. McLean, what is this? Slap Boris Day? Name the movie. I have no idea, and I hate Woody Allen. Harmarsh, I was on the provincial-owned wireless company. That damn phone dropped calls crossing a particular set of railroad tracks where I live. I went back to Rogers, the company I've been with for 20 years or more. McLean, Poco Loco just got the whole class in trouble. Nice one. Nice one, guy. Steven? And then it just froze. Yeah, you're not the last comment. Did Chuck hack Smile Money's account, or did Smile Money turn into Chuck? Tordisius, federal judge Roger Benoitz overturns the 1989 California assault weapons ban, calling it a failed experiment and a violation of the Second Amendment. If I still lived in San Diego, I would ring the cowbell. Well, I don't know if it'll stand or not, but it's nice to see some common sense, even though we have a fraudulent, suckwad, cockschwaggling infant. Hopefully it stands and they take it away, because first of all, none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense anywhere. It's called slowly taking your rights away. That whole, you put the frog in cold water and turn the burner on, and eventually he dies. If you throw the frog into hot water, he will hop right out. Again, I would just like to point out that I have been against everything. First of all, we should all be able to own full autos. You shouldn't have to beg the government for a fucking thing. Second, as stupid as they are, anything that's been created that the government says that you can't own, first of all, I own them, and I will always own them, and go fuck yourself, alphabets. because no matter how stupid it is, it represents a right. A right that we should have. To say, oh, well, we don't need that particular item because it's stupid, it's inaccurate, and there's no reason to even fight for it. Fuck you, I will fight to the fucking death for every goddamn right. Especially our gun rights. Because our founding fathers felt that they should put that as the second thing. It was because they knew someday we would need these guns to remove tyrannical pieces of shit like Joe Biden and camel toe cunt fucking Harris. They think they're emperors. They want to disarm you so that they can fucking do whatever they want to you. They can tax you. You won't shoot back. They can fucking make you do this and make you do that and regulate you to the fucking end of time. And then eventually, if they really want to, they can put you into trains and send you to the gas camps and the ovens. Been there, we have already seen that. But people are so fucking stupid that they just want to ignore or allow these same politicians to delete and erase our past. So the stupid ones, the libtard, fucking transgender, fucking pansexual, fucking idiots that don't even know what bathroom to use, how could you possibly know where to stand for our constitutional rights? Go stick your fucking banana up your fucking ass and then duct tape your shit to the wall. Gotta listen to Christine and John from today to understand that one. So, if you hate it, I really don't care right now. I'm gonna cowbell the fuck out of this for the Second Amendment. And for something finally looking in the right direction in California. In 3, I lied. Oh, who gives a shit about those mags or that stock? I do. Just like the Lorax, I speak for the mags. Tardisius, I love you. And by the way, Tardisius, in the promo for Christine's Ms. Bomey Zone, John put a little thing in that promo just for you, Tardisius. Wade, Climax, bottled by Jeff Smith, who is supposedly a former moonshiner. Featured on the History Channel's reality show, Moonshiners. I like it as a shot occasionally after supper. David Brown. Hey, dork. The towel was a hint, not a gift. Hey, I'm pretending I'm David today. And I'm also pretending I'm in Miami Vice because it's the appropriate firearm. And Wade and Shark. Wow. Oh, this is like Joey before he started at the truck stop. Now the cork just falls out of his butt. It's doing a little taste, Jules. It's not a big thing. It's stupid anyway. Yeah, it's a big thing. My shit never fell off a boat. Don't try to tell me what I can and cannot have. Our founding fathers will come back and they'll butt fuck your mother. It smells really... Nice little dash of, smells vanilla and nutty. Maybe Joey's been in my bottle. After all, it is called Climax. Wade, my brother. Jules, travel buddy. When I can breathe better, I'll have to try this again. It starts off hitting okay, but it kind of just falls on itself at the end. But could be me right now. I am struggling. Sharky from across the big pond. Black bikini and black rifle. Sexy black matters. Sharky. D10. D10 is a miss. Sharky. Outro babe. Being stolen was nothing to do with the length of the video. It happened at a video 1 hour long till all the way longer. It's always just 1 second or less from the outro music. It's shenanigans. I was trying to take the higher road. Sharky, SH, enjoy the cigar. I plan on having another one as soon as we're out of here. Mike, one of these days, Eric, I will be heading your way, my friend and brother. Look forward to it. Mr. 27, 54th. Mr. 27, intro babe. Nice. Mr. 27, outro Rocky Brubomi. Nice. Or intro Rocky Brubomi. Nice. Mr. 27, Brew Babe Part 2. Okay. Mr. 27, outro babe. Okay. Mr. 27, if they don't want to watch the Brew Bomi show, then kick rocks. I like the way you think, my friend. Clyde with the last comment. You can send me the Note 9 when I win again. Just call it packaging and send more liquid packaging. Yeah, I threw some stuff in for Clyde. Clyde, yeah. Hey Clyde, I'm just wondering, is it possible to oven roast microwavable pork rinds, pork skins? Asking for a friend. Okay, Clyde's got the last comment. Where are we? 43 minutes. Oh, see, this is where more people bitch than the ones that bitch when it's... Actually, I guess it's not really bitching when it's long. It's more like, I'll have to watch this in 2 parts, or I'll catch this in the morning. For the most part, there's a couple of you that say, I don't got time for this shit. And I appreciate it. You know, it could be 1 minute. You may not have time for this shit. Move on. That's fine. I do this because I enjoy this. I enjoy you guys, which is, you know, I mean, it's like a delayed friendship. It's like I went to Mars and I'm having a conversation with friends on a delayed party line. Yeah, I am, this is a 4-pack, and I am not having another one of these right now. I'll give it a try. Again, strangely, even though I'm, like, completely plugged up on one side right now, I still smell. I can still smell the almost a chocolate raspberry that I get off of the nose on this. Yeah, it's just, this whole day is sucked for that. It's just like, just feels like there's a vice on my face, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, just for the record, Clyde, I don't know what phone you are using, but by the time this is all over, I have a cracked display Note 9. I have the good Note 9. Poco Loco is showing interest in that, and I'm interested in the Huber Break. John's been just so overwhelmed with lack of business that I don't want to hit him up, and I really don't want to have to buy one at full price, even though it kind of killed two birds with one stone. Yeah, I have a couple of things I wouldn't mind putting. That's a 1/2 by 28 threaded Huber Break. I wouldn't mind trading you a phone for it. Unfortunately, the one that you want is the only one that I've really been using that does almost everything I want except for be a phone. Otherwise, Clyde, in the system right now, I have a Samsung S9. It's either an S9 or an S9 Plus. The only... I'll have to look. I don't know if there's anything wrong with the display on that. It's Christine's old phone, so I'd have to make sure that she wouldn't want it as a backup anyway. She'd go on to something new. But the way she has her damn phone set up, she's always like, my battery just doesn't last as long. Oh, you mean the fact that you set your phone on the counter and an hour later I walked past it and it was still lit up? She says that it's set up for... I don't know what she says it's set up for. It's not set up for inactivity for a minute or less, I can tell you that. So an S9 or an S9 Plus, I'd have to double check on that one. Eventually would be the Moto G7, and the display, which I said has got a damaged display, but everything still works on the phone. Like I said, it's just, and I wish I knew the moment that it happened. To this moment in time, anytime something ever has gone bad, I pretty much always know at the exact moment. But the day that I found that display had the big crack that goes this way and the big crack that goes that way, but then there's, like I said, there's no bleed in the display. I've broken displays before, and it was like there was no way. You weren't going to be able to navigate. You weren't going to be able to do anything. I can still switch to this phone and use it, and I have, just to see if it's something to do. You know, the only other thing Travis told me to do is he said maybe go back to T-Mobile and just demand that they try a different SIM. Like maybe there's just some kind of a glitch or something going on there. But yeah, as of this moment in time, moving forward, there's possibly going to be a damaged Note 9, the G7 from Motorola, and again the de-Googled phone. I have somebody that would really be able to use it. They haven't asked about it. They don't even know about it, but they are the absolute perfect candidate. Won't give a shit that you can't do this and you can't do that, and they are actually in need of an upgrade right now, I heard through the grapevine. But right now I've been enjoying the fact that it does phone calls. Every other thing works great internet wise, and being able to do the Brew channel and the Ebomi channel and this, that, and the other thing, but just not doing the basic thing called a phone call. Okay, let's. I'm just going to take this to the club. Bang, Cobra. First in is Din Scourge. No Heart Club. That would have been in the club. Didn't scourge, raise hell, praise Dale. Gun wild. Cheers, bitches. Ludwig with a link to something.
Are you following me on Instagram yet? Link is in the description.
Probably get a copyright infringement for what this is, but
like it. It's a lot of fun to train with. However, we wanted to kind of share some thoughts as to why it's an actual viable option for defense and not just have a pistol. It's because if things really... So this just makes it more sturdy, and either put it in a backpack, like a pistol round thing to use for defense. I mean, why else would they make 30-plus round magazines?
I'll check out that whole thing, but yeah, you don't really need to sell me on the fact, because for me, this offers such an ultimate platform. I know that I have a large projectile moving at a rapid pace and expanding like a motherfucker. I am not as worried as using this for home defense, knowing that out that wall of that house, 15 feet away is Michelle's house, and that way, like 7 feet, is Mike's house. I know that if I put a round into somebody and it goes through, it's going to expand and it's going to be stopped by the wall. Now, 5.56? No, I don't know about 5.56. And I'm responsible for every round that leaves my firearm. It could take somebody else's life. I personally think, but I still have one on duty. You all know that Alice, Wade, you happy with that? You all know that Alice is on duty, and she is a permanent resident with me a lot of the time. In the house, in the bedroom, in my truck, wherever I am. Now, having said that, I would be more concerned about dispatching a bad guy inside of my house with a 5.56, because I know that this is going to get it done better. I mean, after all, I know, Smile Money, after all, the whole plight, if you are coming through my door and you have just broken in and you have intent to do harm to me or Christine or anybody that's here, not you, I am going to put rounds on you until you are dead. They say till the threat subsides. I have no problems reading between the lines. I will shoot until you have no chance of causing harm to me or my family. And the 10 millimeter, I know that's going to get it done. I mean, there's probably a lot of pass-through with a 5.56. And I have concerns about that due to proximity, windows, all sorts of things. I feel a hell of a lot better about having this as a home defense weapon. As a truck gun, as an anything, if shit hits the fan, I would really like it if the case that I have that Alice is in also, this could be there too, because this would be the ultimate dual setup. Alice chambered in 5.56 with all the go fast goodies from Jade Elite Ammunition. In other words, die, and then die more, fucker. And then couple it with 10mm. You put those two together. You know, I should check. I can probably get the two of these to work together in that case. I might have to lose some things like the gas mask, the fire extinguisher, the med kit, the plastic explosives, the detonators, all that stuff. But I could probably still get this to work. And again, like I've said, and some people want to think that it's crazy, and it may be. But the look that you get through this is identical to what I would see looking through the EOTech. EOTech may be a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit lighter, but the EOTech does not have the ability to zoom all the way to 4 power like this does. And if the scenario means that I really don't need it, I flip the levers and I can take this off and switch over to the iron sights. But I really, to me, the most useless item on here is actually the flip-up sights. I see this as more of a permanent item on here. And like I said, everybody that I have handed this to out at the range, going from up close, 7 to 10 yards, all the way out to 100, just aim and squeeze. So, absolutely one of my favorite setups. And the if you think you're good with a pistol, this takes somebody who isn't good with a pistol and makes them a precision master. I bet you that most people could probably do the draw the smiley face on the target with this. It is so precise and gives you such a stable platform. Like I said, in case you missed it, the first time Christine ever had the opportunity to shoot one of these was with a G17. She didn't know it was a Glock, and she literally just shot the red completely out of the target, and was like, "Yeah, that's." I mean, what you just did there was pretty impressive. You know, it's just a pistol in there, but this changes everything. And of course, I smile moneyed this thing. It has the Gen 2 brace on it, so you can actually fire it while it's folded, and blah, 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 blah. Smile money. Cheers, whiskey, and beer, because livers are overrated. Very much. Harmarsh, barrel, last in. Cheers, clubbers. And I'm going to hit the refresh button because I was kind of gabby right there. Last in, Mike. And he says, SH, my friend, and cheers. Well, I might be able to add another one, even though, yeah, this one is this one is I got to give her another turn, because I'll have to give her yeah. On the E scale as it stands right now, I'd probably give it a 5. But I'll get back to you on that. So, guys, tomorrow, Thursday, will I be here? I don't know. I got some stuff I have to take care of, and if the weather's supposed to be really nice, I might just be out back, naked, silty shellback, smoking a cigar, drinking some beer in the backyard. So, stay safe, and cheers.